Democrats are vying for the nomination to fill that congressional seat, the 18th congressional district. Among declared and potential Democratic candidates seeking the nomination is Houston City Council Member Letitia Plummer, who represents the at-large position 4. Letitia joins us live this morning to talk more about her decision to run. Good morning. Thank you so much for your time.
No, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I want to start with what compelled you to consider the run for Congress?
So I actually started my political career running for Congress. I ran in the District 22 in 2018. So I always had my eyes on wanting to serve the country in that manner. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to pull it through, but I was incredibly fortunate to be able to serve the city of Houston as an at-large position. And so in a lot of ways, I'm looking to go back to where I started in a way, and to be able to have the opportunity to fill or try to fill the seat of our late Congresswoman would be such an honor.
For a moment, I want to reflect on the late Congresswoman and the relationship you had with her. Representation, of course, both the at-large positions, the one you currently hold in the city of Houston was the same position that she served in the early 90s.
Yes, exactly. I mean, she was truly a trailblazer for so many of us, especially for women of color that entered the political realm. And so she, in a lot of ways, is my North Star. I mean, the way that she was an advocate for communities that were underserved, the way that she fought regardless of what anyone believed, if she was right or wrong. I mean, she was a deliverer of opportunity and hope for a community. And so I have tried my level best to do the same thing in that at-large seat, just to represent her the right way, and you know, maybe get the opportunity to follow her lead as a representative for the Congressional District 18.
Letitia, what are your thoughts on the most pressing needs of the 18th Congressional District, and how do you plan to address these needs?
So one thing that I've done as an at-large member is I've really found myself serving in the quality of life space. So affordable housing, healthcare initiatives, been very active in the cancer cluster in Fifth Ward, trying to bring attention to that community, revitalizing the Fifth Ward area. You know, transportation. I mean, we just, you just saw that we lost funding, or we rejected funding to the federal government for the Metro line, the University line, which would have been able to connect not only Fifth Ward, but in multiple places of the district. And so, you know, in those spaces, we need to make some improvements. There's some strides there in those areas, and that is what I've been focusing on as an at-large member. And I would like, the only piece that's missing, honestly, is that federal attachment, that relationship I need to create federally to drive those dollars down to the community to make those transformational things happen in the district.
And before I let you go, Letitia, you know, I know your constituents are familiar with you and the work you're doing, but for others who are not so familiar with that work, the ongoing work, what is your message to them on why you are the best fit for this nomination?
I am the only one that is currently working for the city of Houston in the whole overarching community. And so my at-large position touches every piece of the Congressional District 18. I've got the record to prove that I am steadfast and data-driven, and I've got the community's support to allow me to continue to transform the district in the spaces of affordable housing, health equity, women's health rights, public safety, environmental justice, and so many other things. And so I also need to bring a woman in this seat. We need to follow the Congresswoman. I think that's really important to have a voice in that space. And additionally, we need someone in this seat that can create seniority. One thing about the Congresswoman, she was there for such a long time. She was able to get on those committees that really created benefits to her community. And I believe that I'm the only person who's able to do that.
Okay, Letitia Plummer, thank you so much for your time this morning. We do appreciate it.